other matters, there is quite a bit going on outside the world of college football, but college football is still going to be our bread and butter, and that's why I want to start off with Nick Rolovich, former Washington State head coach. This came out yesterday, I believe it was, but didn't have a cover 3, and I don't think that we mentioned it. But he has filed a claim against Washington State University seeking $25 million for wrongful termination after he was fired last year. And you may remember that he was fired because, well, he claims especially, he did not want to get the COVID-19 vaccine. So in turn, not a surprise at all, he has filed a wrongful termination claim over that firing. He's seeking $25 million. And I'm sure that that's part of, the contract that he had remaining and all that came with that.
I would think he would have more teeth if he had a better reason for it than my Catholic faith won't allow me to get the vaccine. Now, I know there's different levels of what's actually doctrine or whatever, but if I was the attorney on the other side, I would say, well, the Pope told everybody to get it. So I don't think the church is against it, or the Pope's not going to go out and say many things that the church is wholesale against, even though this Pope's a little bit more out there than the last ones. But when the Pope goes and says, please go get the vaccine so the virus can get under control, the Catholic Church doesn't want me to get the vaccine, kind of falls flat.
I don't know how all that works. I don't know. The vaccine's a hot button topic as it is. So I don't know. I think he might have a case because you are, after all, forcing him to do something that he doesn't want to do, and he's citing the reason as to why. And whether or not that's a valid reason will be determined in a court of law, not by me. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, it was a state. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of settlement here because, again,
he's claiming religious discrimination is what he's going with.
That's That's really what's going to hurt him because millions of Catholics around the world got the vaccine. So did they, I
don't know how that really matters.
But what he's saying is religious discrimination. It's not a tenet of the church. He's saying, So if I said, you're discriminating me because I'm Catholic. Okay. What did we do? You're making me take a vaccine. Is there any official doctrine from that church that says don't take the vaccine? If there's not, then they can't be. Now, they can be discriminated against for being anti-vax, which is a whole different thing, but that's not a religion. So, I don't know how he can prove that, given that the church, they don't have an official stance that's against the vaccine.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all going to be for those folks in charge to figure out. I don't bring it up because I have a necessarily strong opinion about it. I just bring it up because it is of interest when a college football coach is suing the university, especially when he lasted only 11 games over 2 seasons. At 5-6 record is what Rolovich ended up with. And so now Washington State has moved on, but they still have a little bit to take care of as far as their former head coach.
And thank you, Tony, for pointing this out. State law pretty clear for he's a public employee.
Okay.
You don't know all these things. They passed it. You're going to jump to it, fine, but wrongful termination based on religious discrimination, I just don't know how that's going to hang.
Well, that's his problem to figure out. I'm not that worried about it, but that is a story that's out there. So we'll see how that goes for Wazoo and Nick Rolovich.